Hello. Forget which one was the Garrison tier list, but I'd love. Forget which one was the Garrison tier list, but if hello. 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 Freaking mic cuts. Mic cuts out a lot. Hello. Mic cutting out. Is the mic cutting out? It's not cutting out. Okay, please tell me. See my lips move. Nothing out. Look, we don't talk about last night. Nothing happened last night. I decided that I'm evil, and I'm not giving away anything. So while I do these giveaways, gents, ladies and gents, could somebody please do me a favor? Find the Garrison tier list. DM it to me. It should be each region should have its own tier list, and there's pictures of the garrisons with names on. That should. People following the instructions. Giveaway. Tiny lava fish. Tiny lava fish wanted a covered Varangian. Exactly what. Go. Tiny lava fish has been given her relations. Tiny lava fish. Also won paid out access. Bubby won 2 weapon skins. He wants the flat top great helm. And then for the skins he wants the Egyptian Warhammer and short. But he was a little bad manners last night because everybody was winning. because everybody was winning, I said, hey, only people who haven't won can enter into this next giveaway, and he was the only one that still entered. He had already won twice. Bubby's a little bit have to be on. Mr. Waffle also won. Weapon skin. He won one thing. Victor, I only have you down for 1-3. Maybe I had him down twice. Never doubt the customer. Right. Japanese spear, Japanese greatsword, 65, 7. Well, congratulations. Well deserved. Watch me die. Because he won Ilya Norman. Bad. Well, I gotta get this done now because I never get to this so long. Okay. Lay pig buturi. Multiple times. Yeah, I wrote him down. Pig. But he wants us. I will be fair. 5 for the gilded chip pack. Congratulations. And Japanese. That's my favorite skin. Big. Roblox. Roblox, you can't do Founders Pack. But you could just dupe gold and buy it yourself. Gotcha. Got him. When are we going to start? Whenever somebody sends me tier list, waiting on the tier list. Somebody named Cast one. They Damo one. Egyptian six. Kaiser one. Bats. By the way, you guys win a giveaway. You can give it to somebody else too. Have to be just almost done here. Names. I'll start right now. Curious Wraith, can you DM me your user ID? I forgot about that. Aggers. Candy cane. I can't do the Garrison tier. Just phase Fear Dawes. But he never did the inner. Shame when people don't DM me. I can't give them. Last giveaway. It's Prius. Because I feel so bad for him, I give him the hammer. Gets it. Because I feel bad for him. Okay, we're back. Back. Anybody have the... Anybody? Anybody have the tier list? Is my mic really cutting out, or is it... Are you... I hate this. Hello? There we go. You know, you're gonna regret this. You're gonna regret telling me my mic was cutting out. You really are. But it actually was. Yeah, it was cutting out. I admit it. There we go. Now we should be good to go. Okay, I'll fix it, Ego. Calm down. I fixed it. I fixed it. So, Iggy, if your name is Iggy, Axel Vinsky, Curry, Cataphract, Roblox, Cass, Blitzkrieg Guy, Vase, Findaris, Versine, Quitellos, and Vazia, I have not given you your items because you did not honor the agreement and DM me. Do that soon. Do that soon. Somebody sent me the Garrison tier list and I lost it. Somebody sent it to me last week. Last week and I lost it. Let's see. Tier maker. Here we go. Sicily Garrisons. Doesn't have pictures. All right, fine. Sicily Garrisons. Are you happy now? We're doing the tier list. Time to tier list Sicilian garrisons. Let's pull this open in studio. Actually, I might be able to pull this up in game testing server. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to Sicily. And we're going to demonstrate this new feature, which is allowing you to teleport to different garrisons if you've done the cartography quests. Oh boy, Roomba's here. The Roomba's in my room. We're going to talk about everything, Ren. It's going to be the ultimate tier list. It's just going to be like the base tier list. All right. We're going to be looking in game 2. Woo! Guys, look at this. You're getting little spoils. Reward track point gain Great. All right, so we're in Sicily. In a secondary. Am I French? I think I am French. Am I allied? Is Sicily and France allied in this? No, they're not. Alright, it's just letting me teleport everywhere, I guess. That's fine. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna do this in studio. Hold on. I'm gonna make it so I've completed all the cartography quests. User quest. We're about to get started. Everybody, just calm down. Starting with Sicily. Everybody calm down. It's impossible for me to break the NDA. Whatever I say in the public domain just becomes... God, this is annoying. I'm not doing that. Okay, we can see all the quests here. Okay. So, we're going to just start with the tier list. So, here we go. We are doing the tier list for the Sicilian region garrisons. Sicilian region's garrisons. Heads up, guys, every 10 likes on the stream, we will be doing a giveaway Right now we're at 4. Just keep that in mind. 10 likes. Starting at Modica. So Modica is pretty close to... Oh my god. Roomba, you're so loud. Quiet. The good people want to hear their tier list. The good people. Just chill out a little bit, Roomba. Okay, Modica, it's near Evola, which is kind of cool, but not technically Evola. No. One second. Modica near Evola. So we're going to be rating it both on defensiveness, sort of resources it provides, but also just aesthetic is probably going to be the most important thing. Modica's a quaint little Sicilian town. It's nice. It's kind of small. I really like these little additions, like these stones. Really take it up a notch. Now, we have to remember, like, we have to rate it for what it is, right? God, these new trees look good. You can't rate... You have to rate it on a scale like this as far as an outpost goes. You can't just put all outposts in F tier because they have less. You know what I mean? This area looks a little empty, but honestly, we just need more plants and stuff, and this is supposed to be a teleporter over here. I'm gonna give Modica a B tier. It looks nice. It's not terrible. And I kind of like some of its additions. Some of the things it has. Modica, B tier. Next. I don't actually know how to switch to last tab. Keep forgetting. Windows tab? Next we have Newton, which technically includes Evola. Keep that in mind. Oh, these new assets look good. Newdom's on the coast. It does have to deal with this high ground over here, so it's not very defensible. It's not quite as charming as Modica was. It's got some campgrounds nearby. A few things of note. Well, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. This is Newdom. That's right. That's just the spawn. Okay, I got confused. I was saying, because I thought... It's kind okay, so this is just Newdom's spawn. All right. So Newdom's actually goated because its spawn looks like an outpost. That's right. The Newdom's actually up here. It's... What type was it again? Oh, it's a fortress. Okay. Yeah, for a fortress, it's pretty nice. I mean, the walls and kind of just aesthetic. They don't really do anything. Although, actually, when you're in combat, not exactly true, because when you're in combat, you can't jump over these. So they do serve a slightly functional purpose. The town is cool. It's, like, layered. It's got a stable. Not to mention our favorite part, which is Avola, which is technically a part of Newdom's territory. So we have to raid it with this. And this is where pilgrims spawn. Just a lot of detail put into this area. Avola is gorgeous. It's one of the coolest areas in the map, honestly. I mean, just look at this, guys. Some old trees that need to be replaced, but Avola is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. A lot of love put into Avola. And even Newdom itself isn't bad, and just considering it has its own outpost as a spawn, all this, I think Newdom has to be S tier. You rank Newdom included with Avola and all this. Yeah, I would say Newdom's S tier. Kind of goated. Very nice. Although the Avola portion isn't as... Like, it's a PvE zone only, so people probably don't care about it as much. As far as... People don't care about Avola as much for taking it, but it's also a place where a lot of pilgrims come through, and that makes it a great place to own for recruits. Yeah, and farming bandits here is very well. Is very good. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Very nice. Next, we have Euryalus Fortress. Ah, yes, Euryalus. There's been a lot of great battles over Euryalus because this actually controls access to Central Levant, which is really important for the French. Because Acre is very nearby. I love this spawn point. What a cool spawn. Really neat. Yeah, Central Levant. You can go here. Very nice. Got a lighthouse. This is really nice. It's got its own little mining area. I mean, its own little crafting station. I really think this is cool. Like, I really think Euryalus is cool. Like, just the ruin. Like, this is really neat. This is really creative, having that wall. Now, defensive-wise, would you rather have a fully functioning gate? Yeah. Sure. We may be adding gates to garrison. That'd be really fun. If we had functioning gates to garrisons... Tell me in the chat if you want functioning gates to garrisons. Produces copper, which is good. A little cave. That was cool. Look at this cinematic shot. Next Lionheart's trailer. Bum 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 bum. That's nice. Your list is very cool. It is very cool. Curious, has England ever conquered Eurylis under your reign? Did they ever do it? Underground. Ah! Wow, look at this. There's a little way to wiggle down here. That's a cool little Easter egg. Whoa. Where does that door lead, I wonder? I kind of want to explore this now. Secret quarry? Uh-oh. A secret quarry. Interesting. Oh, they hide it under some rocks. That's very clever. Very clever. I kind of hate it. Oh, Roomby, you got stuck? Got stuck. Come on out. Come on out. More Roomba. Let's go check that out. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about in Garrisons because we've had so many people working upon them. Very cool. I don't really like the roof. I think the roof should definitely be stone, not ground. It's a little weird. These doors do anything. Literally nothing's behind this door. I don't wonder at all what's behind. Very cool. Little secret quarry. This should definitely be stone. This whole cave should be stone, in my opinion, especially if it's a quarry. So, like, Easter eggs like this are cool. This one was executed all right. It's pretty sloppy, though. It's pretty mid as far as, like, this area is kind of cool. But if I'm being honest, it really needs some more touch-ups. It's not great. But that being said, the rest of Eurylis is very nice. I really like its position to Central Levant. Strategically, Cosmic Cons in chat, I think you'd agree Eurylis is incredibly important strategically. It accesses Central Levant through Sicily, so many invasions have to go through Eurylis. If you conquer Eurylis, it's only one step away from Acre. So yeah, I think A tier is fair for Eurylis. The Easter egg isn't that great. The Easter egg isn't that great because, let's be honest, it could have been executed better. Vizzini. So close I can just walk. Vizzini. Vizzini. Okay, so Vizzini is a smaller outpost. It does have good mining access. There are some quarries nearby. It isn't much, like, defensible wise. This is actually probably one of the least defensible garrisons in the whole game, in my opinion. It's in the middle of a bunch of spawns. Like, you don't have to walk that far to get there. The quarry access is nice. By the way, we can tell we're still in Vicini territory if we look at the top right on the minimap. So I don't want to judge Cult of Your Own territory when it's not. Vicini's. God, these trees look good. The forest just looks really nice. There's some really cool things around Vicini, but Vicini itself is not impressive. Like, this is really nice. Hello, friends. The area around Vicini is pretty nice, but Vicini itself? Not the best. I mean, it feels like a D tier to me because the garrison's so indefensible. I do like the area around it. It's a D tier. It's probably kept out of F because of the area around it being so nice. It also has these tunnels, which is pretty cool. It might be a C tier. This is pretty cool. This little addition might have just kept it out of D tier. I should make a Skyrim Roblox game. No, thank you. Basically already doing that. An interesting idea. I think we have to rate this relative to other Sicilian garrisons, and for that reason, I do think it's like a C, a low C, probably a D tier. Say high D, not F. High D. Next, what we have? Cult of Your Own. Cult of Your Own A. So now we are entering into Cult of Your Own territory. Nice farms outside. Produces blackberries. I love these little ruins over here. Like, these are really nice. Great addition. Like, oh, there used to be a fortress there. Great overlook point right here. See Mount Etna and everything, although the fog is so thick it's hard to see, but also Roblox's terrain, you can kind of see it. It really doesn't render well at a distance, so without the fog, it's just kind of shit. It's kind of bad. Sorry, we're gonna have to cut that out in the editor's note. Cult of Your Own has a really nice town. Like, it almost feels like a city that could be a base because it's so big and it has so much little things. Like, just this little area with the tiles is just really nice. Seems like something Navos probably did. Flag is in a pretty defensible spot. There's several choke points. And it's kind of hard to access getting in here. The town is just quite lovely. It just flows around like a snake. Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to rate these based on just garrisons in general. And I do think Sicily has some of the nicest garrisons. So we might be getting a few S tiers here. This is just like a really cool looking city. Guys, tell me in the chat, what do you think of Cult of Girone? I think this one's pretty obvious to me. And it's not just the city, like the outskirts are also very nice. There's a quest to complete right around here. Yeah, I think S tier is a appropriate for Cult of Girone. I maybe put it a little bit below Nuda Mavola. Yeah, the blackberries are tough, huh? Producing blackberries isn't great, but I think everything else aesthetically. Again, this is mostly aesthetics. But I think it's not top S because of the production. That's fair. Next, we have Butera. We can also walk to. A lot of walking. I probably should hop on my horse next time I get a stable. Butera is kind of cool. I've fought in some interesting battles between Butera and Caltagirone. God, Sicily. Tell me, Chad, if you agree. I feel like Sicily is just the most fun place to have region battles at. Like, they're just, it's so fun. It's so hilly. There's so many cool little forts. There's so much, like, the walking distance between them isn't too bad. The region's a little bit more condensed. I just feel like Sicily is very fun. And just aesthetically, it has a really cool aesthetic. Like that orangey haze, not quite a Mexico filter, but really nice. Butera's kind of mid, you know, like, I kind of like it because it's positioned to Calta Girone, but it's not, like, let's be honest, like, Butera is nothing to write home about. Nobody's gonna write a song about Butera Castle, okay? If you do, DM it to me. But no one, this is never gonna be stuff of legends. Is it bad? No. No, it's not bad. It's just mid. It's like, in every sense of the word, it's pretty mid. Especially by Sicilian garrison standards. It is pretty defensible. I will say that, because there's only one entrance. So that's good. But other than that, not great. I think that it's pretty mid. Maybe just barely above Vicini because it's way more defensible, but it's not great. It's not great. And by the way, level designers, that doesn't mean come in and flood this place with bricks and stuff to make it look prettier. I think it does look right. I think it looks all right. It's just there's not much going on to make this unique. It's kind of just a square. It's just like a square, man. Oh. We are at Judica Town. Judica. Okay. To the Judica. Like the video, gents. We're at 10 likes, which means we will be doing a giveaway. I have giveaway PTSD. Last night we did an exclusive event. Every time I died playing Dark Souls 2, which is probably the hardest FromSoft game, people say, most annoying, I would do a giveaway, and I died 27 times. So we did 27 giveaways last night. But because we're at 10 likes, I'm doing another one, even though I have PTSD. So, there you go. Get your helmets, boys. And please like the video if you haven't already. Once we get to 20 likes, we will do another giveaway. Yeah, Cult of Girone is very cool. There. guy still work?
Salve, straniero.
Salve, straniero. Judica. I love Judica, to be honest. Judica Town is really nice. Now, why? Like, is there really that much going on here? I just like the location. Like, it's just so pretty. You got Mount Etna right there. You've got Caltagirone up the hill. It's like strategically in a pretty important position. You've got this mining quarry right here. This cool farm. Like, I just think Judica's kind of goated. I really do. Like, it's just so nice. I don't think it's quite S tier, but I really like Judica. Deduces Siderite. Now that's nice. Now that is a good perk. Just very pretty. I mean, just look at this view. I feel like Judica changes hands quite a lot. I feel like A tier is appropriate. I think the northwest side of the city is a little barren. I would really appreciate more trees. Like, now that we've kind of improved the trees, I would really appreciate 10 times as many trees in this area, like a little forest. I feel like that would look really nice right here. Especially since there's kind of an open plain down there. I feel like this would be a really good spot to put a forest. Take notes, level design. Really cool. It is simple yet nice. That's like a good way to put it. Although right here, we're technically in Normano territory, so we can't judge this as Judica. Okay, we're back in Judica. Also, like, I'm pretty sure that this area over here counts as Judica. And this open plain is very nice. Oh, actually, this is no man's land. Yeah. That's no man's land. Yeah, Judica Town, very nice. I think A tier for Judica Town. Is it better than Eurylis? I think it is. I like it better. And that's hard to... It's hard. They're very close. But it's nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. Now we go to Normano. Normano actually has an Infernum Zone, which is going to be giving it quite a boost because you can spawn here easily in a primary server and use it, which is very nice. Hospitaller territory, typically. Pretty defensible. Normano is a stronghold, technically, although it's not linked to a base currently. Very hard to take in some sense because it's a stronghold. Although it doesn't have walls, like, so as far as a fortress or stronghold goes, the castle itself is pretty cool to be up there on that hill, but there's not many like walls or features, and I wouldn't really want it to have walls. Like, I do like the style, and it's got some cool watchtowers and stuff down below. I mean, it's pretty easy to see people coming from Judica Town. And it does have the Infernum Zone, obviously, which is pretty goated. Although, is this Infernum Zone technically... Oh, no. Suck. I don't know if this Infernum Zone is technically in Normano territory, but it essentially is because of how close the access is. And this is one of the best... I'm not even in primary server. That's interesting. Are Infernum Zones working in secondary servers now? Guess so. I'm in testing server, by the way, so don't think you can come snipe me. Yeah, this is a really cool Infernum Zone. Definitely the coolest one. I'm really glad they put it under the volcano, Mount Etna. I'm really curious. Normano's kind of tough for me. I'd like to hear what the chat has to think about Normano. Um, so yeah, leave a little bit of your thoughts in the chat about what tier Normano should be. I'm thinking B tier. I've got some people thinking... Yeah, there is also this part of Normano. This part's pretty cool. It's definitely not bad. Like, Normano is very cool. I feel like... Oh yeah, we have to finish the giveaway. Winner is... Andrew. Andrew, you could just insert your helmet for yourself, buddy. Save me some time. I do feel like Normano is a B tier. So we're gonna give it B tier. I think it's better than Modica. And next we have Armina. And we have to travel over Mount Etna. This is going to be a great... I feel like this will be a great... Once we post this, do you guys think this will be a good resource to just, like, show off all the garrisons to new recruits, potentially? Just say, hey, you know, here's all the Sicilian garrisons. This is what you need to know about them. I feel like it's a pretty good educational video. Obviously, guys, you need to do the cartography quests. Oh, the horse did disappear. Raffle's over. Andrew won. They have very little interest in it. They have very little interest in what? We're breaking these up just in interest of time. I mean, this has already been going on for 34 minutes. These are going to be long tier lists. That's good, though. We'll cut some stuff out. They'll be reduced a little bit. Interesting, Ren. A little cynical. I think some people think these garrisons are a little homey. Tarminia, location-wise, not great. I know this is just the spawn. Kind of cool it's on the coast. If the water was actually in, then that'd be nice looking. Water's currently removed for some performance issues. Yeah, this is like pretty mid. Let's be honest. Terminia might be the worst garrison in Sicily. Produces Casserite. Very nice. Thank you for pointing that out. It's got this little town here. This is kind of cool. I've never really been over here. It does have that quarry up ahead. Like, it's just a little empty, isn't it? It's just not... It's not great. I mean, I'd like to hear Hospitaler's opinion in chat, what they think of this base. It's strategically not great. It doesn't really feel important. Yeah, it is a little bit like none of these I think all of our garrisons are cool, but this one I definitely think like the flag just feels out of place to me as far as like there's just nothing around it. It could definitely use some defenses. Even just aesthetically, like there's just not really. The flag is just a little out of place to me. To me, the flag's out of place. I have fought from this garrison as well back when I was a Hospitaller before they demoted me for no reason. Huh. Sicily's biggest Etna fan. That's kind of funny. I like that. That's cool. New assets are looking good. Like mine as like a mining, great. You know, I mean, this is now we're back to Mount Etna though. This is not. We're just barely determining. Yeah, I think it's a D tier. Like maybe even high F. I think it needs improvement. I think it definitely needs some improvement. Like F means I'd like the developers to improve it. Like D is like passable. And because I do like all of these, but and I'm a developer too, but I'd like level designers too. If they're listening to this, definitely give a little bit of a facelift to Terminia. I just think it's just a little bit mid. A lot of bit mid. Now we're at Outpost of Mount Etna. It's obviously on the north side of Mount Etna. We need to fix these tents being cannot collide. Tents are. I mean, I like Mount Etna camp. It's cool. It does have that really cool church tower. And it is kind of at a chokehold position. I really would like these quests to be discovered. Andrew, is there a good, easy way to, like, mass discover these quests? Oh, does the church have an interior? Wow. That's a lot. Holy cow. That floor could definitely be optimized. This is really cool. I really love this little touch. Little confession box. That really boosts this rating up. Stained glass. I never knew this church was enterable. That's very neat. That's very neat. Wow. There's just so much love and care put that a lot of level designers. I mean, I designed the layout as far as the terrain with height maps, but that was really the easiest job. And then Ali Pars and his team and just a ton of volunteer level designers have really put a ton of love into these places. Like this is just really cool to have something like this in the Levant. Where, you know, it's just even a bell up here is really nice. Really nice. You made the Abbey part. Very cool. Has a cool graveyard. Yeah, and honestly, guys, Andrew and whoever was helping him on cartography quest, but it was mostly Andrew, he actually put a ton of the extra detail we see around these places because he wanted there to be locations for the cartography quests. So we added cartography quests, the places became way more filled out. And that's mostly due to Andrew. So, Anyway, a lot of people contributed, but that was really cool. And Andrew spent I think Andrew spent over 6 months doing. It's really cool. There's a little merchant camp on Mount Etna as well. A lot of awesome stuff in Mount Etna camp. I think it's a solid. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. There's so much. Yeah, Mount Etna is like huge. Massive. It's a really important strategic position as well. As far as accessing Messina, Mount Etna is very important. I'm going to say... like, it's definitely better than Romano. I don't feel like it's quite as good as Euryalus, so I'm going to put it in high B tier. The church interior is very nice. Actually, I'm going to put low A tier just for the church interior. The church interior is very sick. Very sick. I'm very happy with that. Cape to Orlando. That's a long walk. It's that way. Like, I just really love this area. Put a garrison on the volcano. Like, just look how pretty this is. Like, that's a great shot. Somebody could take a screenshot of that. Damn, yeah, that's like a really cool. I do feel like a lot of garrisons are missing churches, especially church interiors, and mosques that would just make them a lot cooler. Yeah, look, man, the fog's not ideal for some reasons, but you have to understand how bad Roblox terrain looks at a distance. It really looks bad. Cape to Orlando is now a seaport. I think it was pretty unimportant before it became a seaport. Should probably buff the cartography quest rewards from 150 silver. That much. Orlando is cool. It has this kind of overrise over the ocean. Produces lavender, which is not great. But I like the lighthouse. We made a couple additions. We buffed the hell out of the guards in this area. Like, there's way more. And now you can travel to a lot of different places. It's a seaport, which makes it very valuable. Yeah, I think B tier could be good because of... like, I think B tier could be good because of the fact that it's a seaport, but let's be honest, like, there's not... this is kind of a no... like, you're in the middle of nowhere here. Like, there's literally nothing over here. It's very isolated. If you go that way, you're literally walking for miles and miles and miles before you hit anything. It's kind of wilderness, which I kind of like. Like, you don't need to put a garrison in every part of the map. I think having some dead zones is good. It's just kind of interesting that, you know, like this is essentially no man's land. It's a long way to get to Cephalo. A long way. And, you know, that's not great. I feel like it's just C tier. I feel like B is too generous. Cape to Orlando's C tier. Definitely could use a little more love, but again, not by spamming things, but we have some models and stuff that could. Like, I just think the terrain could be utilized a lot more, like it is in other areas. Like right here, I think you could really make Cape to Orlando as a seaport to a really cool coastal like port that had walls on these giant hills. You could make it very cool. Like the terrain is definitely underutilized here. And just strategically, guys, by the way, it's worthless strategically. There's literally nothing. There's no advantage to having it. Like, you don't need it to get to Messina anywhere. I get, actually, that's not true. It's a seaport, so the strategic advantage is in the seaport. So never mind, scrap that. Before it was useless strategically. Now it's definitely useful, but it's still like aesthetically. I don't. Is that Castello Normano? Yeah, not great as far as aesthetics. And we're gonna go to Milazzo. It's actually a cooler one. No. I don't know where Normano is. It's not labeled. Okay, so Milazzo is definitely pretty cool. Strategically very important. It's the stronghold for Messina, which is also a base that has some strategic importance since it was transitioned from the hub. Milazzo actually looks very nice as far as like diversity. This part's a little empty right here, but it's kind of a unique and fun garrison. You see in Pixelated Apollo's video, he's actually fighting at Milazzo, which is cool. There's not a ton going on, but it's also kind of charming, and it's also very unique. Like, Milazzo, is it the most impressive garrison? Is it the garrison you'd want to like show to people? No, but it is unique, and it doesn't feel like any other garrison, which is actually really nice, and I think probably underappreciated. It's got a cool view of the mountains. This is the entrance into Sicily. Like, if you're coming from Messina, this is it. Like, this is the entrance to the rest of Sicily. It's very geographically protected. Huge mountains and hills to get anywhere. Which is quite a cool advantage. Yeah, I feel like B tier, like, I feel like it belongs almost low A, but I think high B is appropriate. High B for Milazzo for sure. Next we have Leon Fort, which is labeled as Leon Fart, which I can see why Leo would want that. Leo, is that you? Okay, it's kind of a walk, so we're gonna teleport to Utica Town. We're asking Leo if he was the one who named Leon Fort Leon Fart. That's naughty, guys. That's not funny. Fart jokes aren't funny, guys. Leon Fort. Oh, this is Dev Tool. I think we definitely could improve our open areas, our wilderness areas. I'm just wondering what to put there. Obviously, the cities are so dense. They take up a lot of performance, so you wouldn't want to just overwhelm everything and put a ton of stuff in the dead areas too, but it would be nice to have a little more, and I think the cartography quests help a lot. Oh, wow, okay. We're going to start off. It has a cool little cave right under Leon Fort. Wow. This is really neat. Really cool. I wish that there were some nodes down here to mine, but like when you take this underground quarry versus the one at Urfus, Uralusis, Urielus, this is like 10 times better than that one. This is like a much better example, but there's no rocks. So it's kind of interesting. Like, it'd be better if there were rocks down there so people could actually mine. Speaking of square forts, this one is also square, but it actually has a moat, which makes it very unique. And actually, it is a legitimate obstacle. You know, like you miss a dodge like that, you fall down. It's very, there's not really many places to get up. Watch me get stuck here. Like, it's not like this is actually a huge obstacle, and I feel like this definitely plays a role as far as defensibility of this garrison. Just put a couple men on each bridge and you could probably hold for a little while. It is a fortress. It's got that underground quarry, which I really like. It's cute, like it's tiny. It is a little awkward how big the walls are compared to how small it is, but it's also cool. Like, this is just imposing and cool. It does have this little farm. I mean, this is a cool fort. Like, the underground area is really cool. I feel like it could have even been expanded more. Andrew, did you do that? That was really cool. It does have this waterfall stuff over here, which honestly doesn't look great because of our systems, but it's a neat idea. definitely a neat idea. I feel like it's definitely also unique, and I appreciate that too. Like, I think one of the critiques I would have for Butera, which was D tier, was it just wasn't unique. Even though it was like a square, and this one is a square, like this has got some cool geographical features nearby. It's a nice area to hang out. The water of the river is cool. You can see some stuff in the distance once you have it rendered from walking. Some good mining-ish nearby. Yeah, I think A tier is fair. Like, I do think A tier is fair. I would even put it above Mount Etna, honestly. Just slightly. I think it's really cool. Really cool fort. Next we have Pietrosa. Okay. Walk south. Pietrosa. Isn't the Infernum Zone like somewhere over here? Oh yeah, we're walking over. I wonder what territory the Infernum Zone's in. We're gonna check it out real quick while we're over here. This is a nice touch. I feel like these little signs with the death mark, a little bit cheesy, like a tad, but I like that going into an Infernum Zone. Now, this is technically in the own fort territory, which I think actually reinforces it as an A tier to me, having access to this Infernum Zone. Although, you know, this Infernum isn't quite as nice as the Mount Etna one, just like doesn't have as much, but it is cool, and I really like it as like a failed siege, and kind of just like having all this old stuff. Although I wonder if those wooden objects would still be there all this time later. Like, that's a little weird, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. We're not going to nitpick. Like, tried to take this, like, that wood would have decayed and rotted and been destroyed a long time ago. Okay, Pietrosa. Now, this is probably the most visually striking from the outside. It's, like, built on a giant hill. It's built on this giant hill. And oh wow, I haven't seen this stuff down here. This is really nice. Oh look, the sun's rising just as we hit. Look how pretty this is. Even with the fog, I feel like it is pretty. Really do think it is. I mean, Pietrosa is stunning visually, like up on this hill. Like, it's just so intimidating. It feels like kind of like the jewel of... Yeah, just look at that, man. Just look at that. That's really cool. And, like, even if you go very far away, it still looks really sick. Like, it's just really cool. That is just a beautiful fort. Absolutely. It does make the other forts that are kind of just on the low ground, like Butera, just feel kind of silly. Like when you see this from a distance, you're just like, Butera. Butera, are you joking? So yeah, very nice. And we're going to check out the inside, actually. As I slowly attempt to see the whole map so I can actually evaluate the territory as well. Walls that are actually too high to jump on, so this really does filter you to up this narrow passage. So as far as defensibility, this is already just an A. Kind of reminds me of Alamut in a little bit of ways, like just being able to channel people through these tiny little passages. Especially like if you have arrows, like if somebody stationed an archer right there, like where are you gonna go? You have to have a shield. You had shieldsmen and archers, or archers up above. Like this is just, you're just gonna have a bad day going up. And I'm sure many attackers have had bad days trying to take Pietrosa. Just so much uphill, so many little channels. It's like a snake. Yeah, like look at this. This is ridiculous. The many different levels you have to go up, and then you get up here and it's just gorgeous. Like this is just really cool. Yeah, this is just amazing. There's not a ton going on outside the castle, but there's enough. And then this view, like this cool little very unique courtyard. Wow, I really appreciate the level designers for coming up with such awesome, unique areas. Took a really long time, and they did an excellent job. Wow. I think this one's pretty obvious, guys. This one doesn't really need much explanation. This is going to go at the top of S tier. Even a better than Evola, because it's just so cool. And there also are Easter eggs around, if you guys look. Like, there's... I mean, people spent hundreds of hours building these regions over the course of years. Like, and they really came out well. And now that Belides has been doing such a great job optimizing with these new assets, the crashes aren't happening. And so we're really kind of in a great age, like, where we're probably going to increase the server size pretty soon. I think it's at 80. Might actually only be 60, but we could probably increase it to 100 because servers have been performing so well, which is amazing considering how massive these are. What a challenge that is to make a place this massive not crash with that many people. It's truly impressive. So S tier for sure for Pietrosa. Pietrarosa. I haven't been saying it right. Now we have Concicati, which is pretty small little area. I'm surprised that Sicily lags the least because there's obviously a lot going on here. Camerata kind of stands in the shadow of Pietrosa. Pietrosa. We should ask our boy Rudo how to pronounce that correctly. These tents didn't get replaced, strangely. Feels like the script should have picked up on that. Cool little area over here. Really not a lot going on outside the city, though. I mean, you got a couple areas, but pretty empty. As far as strongholds go, you have this one entrance which you could funnel people through, which is nice, and you can't really get over the walls easily, if at all. The town is very nice, and you know, it's serviceable. It's like you have this stuff over here right before the teleport to what's here now? Nothing. But it's going to be Griganti eventually. This eventually will be a stronghold that actually serves as a city. But for now, it kind of just feels like a B-Tech Culto Girone. Not very unique. I'm going to just put it in B tier. Probably low B. Maybe above Modica. It's just not great. Just could use a little bit more outside the city. Limonite, that is good. By the way, guys, we are at 16 likes. Get some more friends in the stream, give them the like, and we will do another giveaway at 20. Oh boy, my pillow came off. Oh, okay. I'm really glad we didn't do a massive one. Next, we have Camerata. We're over halfway. Thank goodness, because this is now an hour and 7 minutes. It's always like, I love that feeling. Sorry, where was I? I feel like it's always an interesting feeling when you encounter somebody out in the open plains like this, you know they're an enemy and you have to go through them. It's always like a fun feeling, like, oh, now I have to kill this guy. Oh my god, what's going to happen? And that's one of the things that the long walks can do. So we're in Camerata. Now we're actually in Sicilian territory. Okay. So this place is pretty basic. It's an outpost. Strategically not unimportant, but not super important either. Why can't I see this? Okay. Now there might be some stuff around that I'm not seeing. Okay, that area looks like a... Three more likes, and we will be doing another giveaway, just so you guys know. Fortified Byzantine ruins. This is cool. It does feel a little empty. I think this is going to be high D, low C. Like, I just don't see much here. I was pretty harsh on Butera, Vicini. Vicini's definitely better than Butera. I think Camerata is like low D tier. We're going to be right back, guys. When we're back, we'll be doing more giveaways if we get those likes and finishing up this tier list. Okay. We're back. Now we got Cult of Uturo. Produces Persian walnut. Sounds good. I'm just going to teleport there because you guys have suffered enough walking. Cultivatura is cool. It has like these these tents, and like a pretty cool like camp setup. I mean, it's a little bit like Mount Etna in that way, I guess. Does have that cool graveyard. Much better the map looks when explored. Strategically pretty important. One of the choke points to get into the further reaches of Sicily. Hey, I'm Bond. How are you doing, man? Glad to have you in the stream. See Leone Fort and Mount Etna over the horizon there. So we're getting deeper into the Sicilian interior. By the way, guys, if somebody would please make a Southern Levant garrison tier list on Tier Maker for tomorrow. It can just have the names of the garrisons. That's fine. So we can do that garrison tier list tomorrow. It's in a mountainous area. I mean, the interior of Sicily is a little bit more wildernessy, a little bit more abandoned. I do like this addition up here. Although this is not technically Cultivatoro, so it doesn't count. I think Cultivatoro is going to be low C. Like, it needs some work. Sure. Doesn't have much going on. Next, do we have Cefalu? Yes, we do. Let's just do it. Okay, Cefalu is actually pretty sick, if I remember it correctly. These mountains are great. Could use some more mining nodes, but they're great. Hey, Jake, welcome in. Oh, I distinctly remember fighting a battle here with the... God, what was it? This was a long time ago. This was before Sicily was dead. And I was in Hospitalers, and we were fighting HRE, I believe, over Cefalu. Sage, which is one of the more useful plants. I love Cefalu. It's... Cefalu. It's such a great garrison. Like, it's just so... Like, this is what I wish they would have done in Cape de Orlando as far as these, like, staggered houses up on this hill. It's really cool. It's really fun to fight in, like the multi-level. That statue, that Roman statue in there is just like so perfectly placed. Sometimes I feel like the statues are overused, but here it's just totally justified. It's really nice, man. It's definitely, I have to put it in low S because it's just so beautiful. Strategically, kind of worthless. Like, it's not a seaport. It's just kind of a good anchoring position, but it's not much else. However, I do love like the look of it, and you'll see why in a second. Like, just look at that. Look at how gorgeous that is. It looks like an actual Sicilian town or Italian town. With the staggered stuff, it just looks so gorgeous. I wonder if you can go in the church. I've never been in it. If you can, I don't think you can. So the church is empty. I think making this church have an interior would make this like easy top of S or up top S. Definitely S tier though. So I'm gonna put it above Paul to Jerome. I think Avola is just a little more filled out. Like, this town could be made even better. Like, it's just like the geography does such a good job with it. But it could even be improved more. It's got this fishing village. So I think S tier is very fair. Then we have Platamararu. Corleone. We'll rank Corleone first because we're right here. Really cool. Even from a distance, it gets even better. Yeah, if somebody wants to make a Southern Levant garrison tier list, that would be huge. We also need Central and Northern, but I think I'm going to do Southern tomorrow. We go, Corleone. Gabba Boy, either you or AM Bond. One of you guys could cover Central, one of you guys could cover Southern. Oh boy, Corleone. I know we just did an S tier, but this might even be better. I love Corleone so much. Wow. Look at the walls. That's just so cool. Not a huge fan of ladders. Get to different sections of walls, but this market opening, this really does feel like it could be its own base. Just really awesome. And I love this little sand walk up like here. This is so cool. Great place for pictures like this. Now, the inside of the town is a little empty. Like, it could be more packed full. Like, the main keep is really cool. It's just it's like a huge city. So Ambon's going to make Central Levant, and Gabba Boy can make Southern. Awesome. Oh, we're at 21 likes, which means we're due for another giveaway. Yeah, I have to put Corleone in S tier as well. Corleone is awesome. I'd even put it a little bit above Cult of Girone. I think it's awesome. If you guys really wanted the tier list to look good, you could take a picture of each location. That would make it a lot easier, but you don't have to do that. Just make sure, 100%, make sure it has the text. If it doesn't have the text, it's going to be really difficult for me. The walking distance is really not as bad in Sicily as it could be. Okay, this is the last garrison I have to... I don't know if I've ever fought this far inland, personally. I think I have, actually. This is a really fun little base. This tiny little apothecary, the tonic shop, I love that. That just, like, really is a highlight of this place. It's another one of those square forts, but it's quite charming. It's got some stuff over the ridge, a tunnel. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'd say Plata Mauro is like a solid B tier. It's very nice. I would even put it above Milazzo, I think. Yeah. Maybe somewhere between these two. It's fair. Now we have Montreal. We can teleport to. Now, Montreal is the entrance to Palermo. It used to be Siracusa, where we had it. Siracusa. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these places could use more NPCs, like, roaming around, for sure. And quests. Like, quests would make these areas a lot cooler. Montreal, Prusa's Limonite. It's a stronghold. It's like a cute... It does feel unique, too. Doesn't feel, like, repeated. Like, I have a good sense of Montreal. Like, I do like it. Ooh, that little area over there is cool. Well, that might be part of... Yeah. Yeah, actually, the territory is very... Montreal. Yeah, I like Montreal. I do feel like this lake is really nice. Kind of in the middle of nowhere again. As are a lot of these interior garrisons. I feel like this is also B tier. Low B tier. Definitely below Normano. Next we have Castedda. Gosh, I'm usually good at pronouncing Italian things, but these garrisons. Caste de Mari. Caste de Mari. Caste de Mari. Also, these could be Sicilian names, so I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing correctly. Produces Casserite. These are some good producing. That's a cool view of Montreal. Like that. I feel like this river should connect to that lake. Oh, Roblox terrain. That's interesting. I thought we got rid of all of it. For Casta d'Armi, Caste de Mari Falls. Very pretty. It's actually good to walk because you miss a lot if you teleport. As far as reviewing the garrison territory itself. Casta de Mari. Casta de Mari. Caste de Mari. Caste de Mari. Oh, it's one of these garrisons. I've actually probably spent the least amount of time over here. Although the little river aspects are very nice. I just wish they connected more inland. Just appear out of nowhere. The falls are nice and could make it a potential to be like an A tier or even an S tier if they really got the falls done, right? Now, this is like one of these copied towers that you see a lot in the Levants. This is probably the only one in Sicily, though, so we'll just rate it as being unique in that way. I mean, strategically somewhat important to protect the interior, but not really, honestly. This does feel like it needs more. Like, I just feel like there's more love needed in the interior in general, but definitely here, like, just feels a little bit lackluster. Must be the spawning area. I mean, what is over here on this pier? I wonder if there's been anything added on this peninsula over here. Probably wouldn't be able to see it. Doesn't render at this distance. Let's go check it out. And we can teleport. Yeah, see, like, wouldn't it be cool to have something over here? Probably even justify another garrison. I wouldn't add one because I don't want to add too many, but could definitely add a lot of cool stuff over here. Just like add this little. Okay, 2 left. This one's going to be E tier. Next, we have Marsala. There's 2 more left, guys. I agree, Deadline. I really do. I feel like we do need more NPCs that provide ambient sounds naturally. I think that would be very nice. Sure. Another tower. Marsala. These feel like just wilderness encampments, like just away from civilization. Like a frontier, which is cool in some ways, but it's like a cute little camp. Again, not a lot going on outside. I do prefer it to Pasta d'Armi. Pasta d'Armi for sure. I think it's like a C tier. I don't see much going on around it. Maybe a little better than Cape de Orlando. It's like a little spawning area, probably. And next we have the last one, which is Mazara. I've actually looked at recently because I had to put the seaport stuff in. What is a seaport? Like, literally, this half of this kind of side of the island is literally just feels like creativity ran out a little. Like, it'd be really cool if there was just something unique over here, but there's... This is a seaport, so is all right. This produces 20 raspberries an hour. Yeah. I just think it's okay. I mean, probably another D tier, honestly. It needs some, like, there needs to be a lot of love. I feel like making these farming areas, like, why not put a ton of farms around Marzara and make it like a huge farming complex? I feel like that'd be really cool. There is a spawn over here for the seaport. But yeah, I feel like Marzara might be a D tier as well. Might even be F. Like, where is Marzara? Oh, I ranked them in yeah. Needs improvement. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for the tier list and the stream for this morning. We're gonna be streaming again tomorrow morning, 2 hours earlier from now tomorrow, so that's 11:30 a.m. EST. Make sure you guys are there. We'll be tier listing Southern Levant. And I'll probably be streaming later today as well. Some Dark Souls or development, anything like that. Would love to see you guys there. I think I owe you guys one more giveaway. So let's end it with a giveaway. Okay, let's close the round. The winner is Deadline. Congrats, Deadline. Free weapon skin. All right. We'll be streaming again later. Bye, guys.